and welcome our blood viewers to RTT's News English edition. As usual, we bring to you the major and top highlights of tonight. Women's craftsmanship, cultural and economic pillar of Ali Sibeh. And on the international scene, the situation in Gaza is more than desperate. UN Security Council. Those were the major and top highlights. Welcome back to our newsroom, our beloved viewers. During the 50th session of the Council of Foreign Ministers of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation held in Yaoundé, the capital of the Republic of Cameroon, on 29 to 30 August 2024, the ministers discussed the central theme development of transport and communication infrastructure within the OIC, a key tool in the fight against poverty and insecurity. At the conclusion of the meeting, the ministers unanimously adopted a decision to support the candidacy of Mr. Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of the Republic of Djibouti for the post of chairperson of the African Union Commission for the period 2025-2029. In the early evening, the capital was swept by strong winds accompanied by light rain, providing a striking contrast to the stifling heat of the previous days. The sky, laden with grey clouds, darkened the city, plunging Djibouti into unusual atmosphere for this time of the year. The weather conditions, unexpected but not alarming, created a spectacle of urban landscapes transformed by rain and wind. Streets were covered with a fine film of water, while gusty winds blew leaves and moved light objects. The meteorological services have indicated that these conditions are probably linked to a disturbed system located offshore, influencing the local climate with moderate winds and sporadic showers. Although this disturbance is not considered an immediate danger, it warrants particular vigilance. We urge the population to exercise caution, in particular by avoiding non-essential travel and ensuring that their properties are well secured. Local authorities are closely monitoring the situation and will be ready to intervene if necessary. Same in the Tadjourah region, violent winds followed by rainfall hit the capital this afternoon, but the rain also affected the coastline of the Tadjourah region. The city of Tadjourah was swept by strong winds accompanied by heavy rainfall, which severely tested the population of Tadjourah city and its surroundings. This climate phenomena, which occurred during the Karma rainy season, had a negative impact on homes whose roofs were washed away. Some boarded up dwellings were damaged and tinted structures washed away. Rainwater flooded roads and alleyways, turning them into tents of mud. Gusts of wind followed by heavy rain severely tested the White City coastline, sweeping away the entire Corniche. Boats moored alongside the sea were shaken or battered, and some were swept away to the sea in choppy seas of this climate phenomena. The local administrative authorities are mobilized to ascertain the situation, and a detailed report will be provided. We'll be back with more details in our next editions. Women's crafts in the Ali Sibeh region are one of the main pillars of the local culture and an important driver of the regional economy. At the heart of this dynamic is a new training workshop dedicated to the creativity of local women artisans, a fruitful cooperation between local authorities and multiple non-governmental organizations. The workshop provides artists with a space to produce and sell their work while benefiting from technical and financial support. The workshop is located in a center that brings together all women artists in the area, enhancing their economic opportunities and contributing to the preservation of traditions as well. LCB's women specialize in a variety of crafts, including traditional sewing, pottery, handmade crafts, and jewelry. Their work is an effective means of transferring traditional knowledge and strengthening community ties. The workshop also plays a crucial role in empowering women in the region by providing a safe workspace, which contributes to their economic independence. These initiatives have enabled many women to start income-generating activities and promote their creativity on a regional level. As part of the project to promote Olympic values in the Ali Sibeh area implemented by the Chateau Neighborhood Youth Association with financial support from the Embassy of France in Djibouti and the Team France OSC Fund, the association organized a series of summer sports tournaments under the slogan Olympism in Ali Sibeh during July and August 2024. To celebrate the end of these summer activities, A grand prize competition was organized that brought together the four teams that won the different tournaments. The semi-finals were kicked off yesterday, Friday, in the presence of the regional council chairman, Mr. Shamaki Hassan Alale, the regional sports director. This week's semi-final matches were held at the Are Stadium in the Ali Sibeh. The first semi-final match brought together the Hol and Ali Adde teams from the Ali Sibeh refugee camp, and as the participation of the Ali Adde team reflects that the sport is a factor of integration and cohesion between communities. The second semi-final saw a team from the Chateau neighborhood face off against Farid's team with the support of the Ali Neighborhood Youth Association. The next step of the association's project will be renovate the bleachers and rehabilitate the sports field. The Grand Cup final is scheduled to take place in the opening day of the multi-purpose stadium in Ali Sabih. The East African Djiboutian Academy, the first associated football school in the Republic of Djibouti, organized a trip last Thursday for an important delegation of 50 young athletes, accompanied by their teachers and some parent volunteers. Arriving at Holhol on the passenger train connecting Djibouti and Ethiopia, the delegation was greeted by large military trucks from the military training camp. Upon arrival at the site, the Holhol Youth Tournament began on a wide plain under strong winds, which made the games difficult. At the end of the tournament, all youths in various age groups were honored with individual medals and group awards. The sports delegation then returned to the camp where they were hosted and served meals. Holhol instructors, under the supervision of Colonel Ali Abdi, the camp commander, introduced some concepts about patriotism and everything related to it, reinforcing the strength of our national army. This trip had a great impact on all the children, as this was their first time traveling by train, and they had the opportunity to visit the region and explore its natural landscapes of greenery and rivers. The delegation extended their thanks to and appreciation to Lieutenant General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, Chief of General Staff of the National Armed Forces, the exemplary experienced soldiers at the Holhol training camp, and the local authorities in the Ali Sibeh district for their support during this visit. As the 2024-2025 school year approaches, the Youth Development Association of Akabarta organized an event yesterday in Tadjourah district to distribute school kits in support of the education in the area. The event was held at a town located 27 kilometers away from the city of Tadjourah and constitutes a crucial step in the association's initiative to promote educational development. This educational initiative benefited 200 students, providing them with the necessary tools to start the new school year. The school kit distribution event took place in the presence of Mr. Abdul Udum, Deputy Governor of Lake Asal, Mr. Abakari Muhammad, the District Egal of the aforementioned district, Mr. Muhammad Barakat B, the President of the Association, as well as members of the Executive Committee of the Youth Development Association. This event highlights the ongoing commitment of the Youth Development Association to the education and well-being of the community's youth. Shifting gears towards the international scene now, the United Nations Security Council met again to discuss the humanitarian situation in Gaza. The UN considers the situation more than desperate, and its humanitarian response is facing unprecedented difficulties. The session, held at the request of Switzerland and the United Kingdom, provided an alarming assessment of the conflict, which has been going on for more than 10 months. The United Nations will begin administering polio vaccines to some 640,000 children in select areas of Gaza Strip on Sunday, in a campaign that relies on 8-hour daily pauses in the fighting against Israel and Hamas. The complex campaign, targeting children under the age of 10, follows confirmation last week that a child was paralyzed by the type 2 polio virus, the first such case in the Gaza Strip in 25 years, Reuters reported. In a chic Nairobi suburb, a new dining experience is drawing crowds. Robot Cafe, the first of its kind in East Africa, where robots assist the staff. The robots on duty today at this innovative restaurant are named Nadia and Claire. Since its opening 2 months ago, the cafe has become a real local attraction thanks to its mechanical assistants who go from table to deliver orders. Well, by this, our beloved viewers, we finally conclude this edition. Thank you for being with us, and make sure to tune in later for more as usual. Take care.